It is solely in the executive's purview to implement advice and recommendations, so says Finance Minister Winston Jordan. He refuted claims made by Chartered Accountant Christopher Ram. Here are the details. The finance minister apologized for his non-attendance at the business summit, which he explained was due to his presence at the annual meeting of the World Bank and the IMF. According to Jordan, the government commissioned 4 persons for the Tax Reform Committee, which included Chartered Accountant Christopher Ram. He expressed surprise that Ram's impression is that he owned the report.
Recommendations and advice given to a client are just that. They are recommendations and their advice. It is for the client to use any or all of the recommendations or advice given, or it is the client who will either, in using any or all, can use it in full or variants of them or none of them at all.
According to the minister, advice and recommendations were sought from the Tax Reform Committee's report and the Caribbean Technical Assistance Center because government was uncomfortable with some of the recommendations that were made. He expressed his belief that they were not fully studied.
I remember the Tax Reform Committee report, for example, has we should tax pensions. Now, where in Guyana will that be socially implementable? I mean, taxing private education causes a furor. Can you imagine what taxing pensions will cause in Guyana? So we refused to do it. You know, it wasn't socially feasible.
In responding to the claim that the Tax Reform Committee report never set to tax water or electricity, he quoted from both reports where this was recommended.
So here you have 2 recommendations, both of which saying tax water and electricity. But then one of the authors of the report is alleged to have said no such recommendation was made. But, you know, I'm not here to refute or any such thing. I am indicating to you that we have 2 reports with varying recommendations, and it is the executive that had to make the call, and the executive made the call.
The finance minister stated that Ram has incorrectly given the impression that all of the recommendations are meant to be implemented immediately, when it is actually for the executive to decide when the recommendations will be implemented. The finance minister reiterated that at this stage, no new taxes will be implemented.